So I know that you worked really hard to get this job. Talk about your quest to direct Louis' story.
Oh, it was... I can't remember in my life a moment where it was something creatively I needed to do so much. And I'm sure that was because it wasn't just creatively, but it was also emotionally and as a human being. I read his story, and I was in Cambodia with my family. I was halfway through the book. My kids were all around. And I realized this is it. This was what I need in my life. This is what I've been looking for. This is what I believe I should put out into the world, what people need. We need to be inspired and reminded of the strength of the human spirit, and someone like Louis, who is this beautifully relatable, imperfect person who achieved greatness, and it speaks to all of us. So I fought and fought for months, and I had to we talked about the construction, how to get the whole book into the film, what scenes were important, how I would, the managing of the budget, the managing of how to shoot a shark attack, and finally had my big pitch day. And then I didn't hear anything for a few days, and I was a basket case. And then I got the call.
Hooray.
Yeah.
And talk about being able to collaborate with Louis.
No filmmaker is more fortunate than to have someone like Louis to work with, to tell his life story. He's a man who not only is happy to express and talk about his whole life and all of his experiences, including the worst experiences he ever had in his life. He has the memory of them, and he's able to speak about them, which is not common of his generation. But then you also have Laura Hillenbrand, who is such a wonderful woman, and wrote this beautiful book that is so, you can see it. When you flip her pages, you can actually see the film. So she did most of the work for me by writing that extraordinary book, and it's so well researched. So I had the two of them I could call, and when I was confused or in doubt or not sure of anything from something profound about the plank or something as simple as was there a screwdriver in the raft, that they could answer.
You had the opportunity to share the film with Louis before he passed. Can you talk about that experience?
I'd heard Louis was 97 and he was still living alone. He had a button on his neck, but I never used it. Even he should have, because he was so independent. He'd just given up skateboarding in his 80s, and so he was. And I say all this because he took such pride in the fact that he really went out on his feet, and so he was called. He went to the hospital, and I was called that he was there. And I brought the film on my laptop, and I sat with him and showed him, and had the great honor of watching this extraordinary man at the end of his life watch his life and remember who he was, what he'd done, his family, his mom, his brother, Mac on the raft, Mac's passing. So it wasn't like a film. It wasn't like sitting there and studying film. It was just, I think I watched him more than I looked at the screen. I just watched his eyes as he watched the film.
What a gift.
What a gift, yes.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey